What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Texas Rangers report. And today was a huge win for the Texas Rangers for a number of reasons. One, because the Astros are on our heels, and actually so are the Los Angeles Angels. So it was good to pick up this win as both the Astros lost, so did the Mariners. I'm not sure about the Angels, but we are now 2 games ahead in the division. And what a game from Nathan Eovaldi. Jacob deGrom obviously was pitching really well last night, had a perfect game and a no-hitter all broken up in the same inning, and he was taken out, and it looked really serious. It may still be really serious, but all the news has said it's just been precautionary, and he's on the 15-day IL. But that's our ace. But Nathan Eovaldi said, "No worries, guys, I got it." He pitched a complete game shutout versus the New York Yankees. And yes, the Yankees didn't have Judge, and a lot of their other guys are injured as well. But it's still the New York Yankees. And I do still think that they're a little bit comparable to us right now. Without Judge, I think we have the better roster, of course. But I think they just have that pedigree. It's the Yankees. They're going to be in the consideration to make the playoffs every single year. And when their guys get healthy, look out. But this was a great game for the Texas Rangers. According to Baseball Savant, the 3 biggest helpers for the Texas Rangers to get this win, of course, was Nathan Eovaldi with the W. He was one of the WPA leaders. That's one of the stats from Baseball Savant. He had a plus 55. Our next guy, Ezequiel Duran, with that clutch 2-run homer that would be our only scoring action of the game. And Ezequiel Duran, that was a big fly. He hit it 111 miles per hour, and he hit the ball 431 feet. It was to the second deck, and I really think Duran is starting to be the player that we thought he was going to be when we acquired him in the Joey Gallo trade. So thank you, Joey Gallo. Obviously, Josh Smith was another player as well. Josh Smith actually has a decent expected WOBA that's weighted on base average, but he just hasn't produced enough because, yes, Josh Smith, in the past, they were platooning. Josh Smith would most likely have gotten this game, but Duran has been hitting, so that's why Bruce Bochy is willing to go with a little bit lesser of a defensive player for the bat that Ezequiel Duran has. And that was a big fly. Obviously, his first home run of the year was versus a position player versus the Athletics, but this was a big fly. And then the next one was Bubba Thompson. He had that one single that he ended up being able to go to second base on, and he also had another single as well. So one was kind of a fluky, big, bouncy chopper, but the other one was a really good base hit for Bubba Thompson. And obviously, Jankowski has been playing well in the outfield. But, so you have Jankowski and Adolis, but Leody has been off and on. There's been a series where he's looked really locked in, and as David Murphy said, man, this guy looks like he could hit 20 home runs at the big league level, as he has that sneaky pop, and he could probably win a Gold Glove. But, obviously, if you're not hitting, you're not going to stay in the lineup long. Just look at what's been happening with Josh Smith. But, wow, what a game. This is a great turnaround for the Texas Rangers because you get off of a sweep from the Royals, and then you win the series versus the Athletics, and things are looking really positive. Obviously, those are lesser teams, and they'll probably be sellers at the deadline, but it's still good to pick up wins. And then you go into the Red Series, it's like you at least want to win 2 of those games, and the Rangers got swept. And everybody in the Discord, I have a Discord, so go click that link in the description down below if you want to join, be a part of the best Texas Rangers fan base in the world, probably. Everybody was freaking out in the Discord. Season's over. Texas Rangers can have good things, of course. And we lose the first game to the New York Yankees, and Andrew Heaney actually did pitch a good game. And then to hear this news about DeGrom, it wasn't looking like a good time to be a Texas Rangers fan. But Eovaldi was pitching like an ace, pitching like he knew he needed to step up. And that's kind of what Marcus Semien did when Corey Seager, Seager's still hurt, but initially when Corey Seager was hurt, that's when you saw Marcus Semien just start going on a tear. So I really like what I've seen from this ball club, and I do think if we go on to win tomorrow, we win the series. This is a good series win. And yes, I know a lot of you guys are saying that the Yankees don't have as good of a lineup this year, but it's still the Yankees, and they just got off of a series win versus the Blue Jays, I believe. But let me know in the comment section down below if I'm wrong. But just let me go into the advanced statistics of this game. That was kind of my brief rundown. Rangers had 5 hits. Yankees had 3. The expected batting average for the Rangers was .242, and the expected batting average for the Yankees was .136, and that just makes sense because Eovaldi was dealing, and that's what you signed him to be. Signed him to be your second ace, if you will, on the squad. He's obviously proved that he can do it before in the postseason, and it looked like there was a postseason pitcher tonight. And he was also, back in 2019 or 18, he had a 5-WAR season carrying the Boston Red Sox. The hardest hit ball was Ezequiel Duran, 111 miles per hour. And of course, the 2 other guys are the 2 former Rangers. Willie Calhoun, who hit 108. It was a single, and IKF, who hit 105. Another single. And the next one was Ezequiel Duran. I really like what we've been seeing from Duran so far. You do have to think what happens when Corey Seager comes back. Well, maybe he could be that left field option and move Jankowski to center field. But then you also have to think, will Jankowski's run continue? I know there's no shift, so maybe he is a hidden gem in this new era of baseball. But also you need to consider he's been a journeyman his entire career, and he was also playing before shifts were really prevalent. So who knows? Maybe the Rangers found their version of Trace Thompson like the Dodgers found. Baseball is an interesting game, but great win to get back on track tonight for the Texas Rangers. And now the Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners are tied for second place in the division, but this gets us back 2 games over, two games over, and we are leading the division like we want to see. And I know there's going to be a lot of doubters for this Rangers squad, but I think under the management of Bruce Bochy, I think things are going to click. And I know people don't think we can keep up this first place, but we're first place in the AL West. And the Houston Astros do look beatable, in my opinion. There'll probably be a series where they beat us. That's just baseball. And we're probably going to lose another series to a bad squad down the road. But that's just baseball. Things are going to happen, but things are also going to happen for us, for the positive, for the better. So that's why I love the sport. It can also make you lose some hair sometimes, but this squad really is fun to watch night in and night out. The offense has been really good. Pitching has been really good. I know John Gray has been a little shaky, but I think he will get back on track. He had a decent game versus the Reds last outing, and then the bullpen was sketchy. We should have won the Reds series, but the bullpen, of course, it's kind of nice that Eovaldi was able to go the entire game, rest the bullpen, especially since we had to use 3 of our bullpen guys the night before. That was Dunning, Hernandez, and Will Smith. But I do think there could be room to improve the bullpen down the road. There has been positives, some negatives, but it's not the worst bullpen, and we're definitely an improved team. So really great win tonight. It was an all-around team effort because you realize if the defense wasn't good tonight, Eovaldi wouldn't go all 9 innings. So tomorrow it's going to be a tough game. Nestor Cortez on the mound, but we also have Martin Perez. So it'd be great for the squad if we can get back on track after the Red Series and win 3 of 4 from the New York Yankees, especially with an off day coming up and going into play the Diamondbacks. I think it'd be huge to get this win. But that's just about it for the video. That's the recap of the Texas Rangers as they won 2-0 over the New York Yankees. I feel like it's a great time to be a Texas Rangers fan. But if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I'm your #1 source for all things Texas Rangers related on YouTube. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.